My name is Allan. I am a rising sophomore at Wake Tech Community College. I am working here as an REU for FREEDM Systems Center. Well, REU stands for Research Experience for Undergraduates, which is basically a program here at NC State where they partner you with either engineering research centers or laboratories that are already conducting some sort of research, and they provide undergraduates with mentors, and they give you a new project to work on or include you as part of a current existing project, and you basically get to work on that project with a mentor and see what research is really about.
I'm Dr. Ewan Pritchard with the FREEDM Systems Center. I'm the Associate Director of both the FREEDM Systems Center and the Advanced Transportation Energy Center. The work that Allan is doing here within the center is pretty critical. It's tying together a number of different elements. And so what he's working on is a system of devices. So he's working on getting the solar panels installed on a small roof here, and getting a touchscreen display installed so that we can quickly and easily get a feeling for where energy is going at what point in time, and educate the public, get them to understand what's going on.
These are the solar panels that I'll be integrating into my project. We'll be integrating these solar panels, 18 of them in total. They give off about 40 kilowatts of energy, and we'll be tying these to electric charging stations. At the moment, we have 3 charging stations and 3 electric vehicles, but they use energy from the grid to charge. So what we want to do is avoid that by having our own microgrid using these solar panels and have those be the energy that powers the charging stations. One of the most challenging aspects of being here is catching up with all the terminology and scientific aspects of the project, because I'm only in my second year. I have a very basic foundation, and this is very advanced, but I feel like this is that perfect bridge for basic to advanced. This is going to be that bridge to getting me from here to there. So it's like before I came here, I knew what a solid state transformer was, but only from a textbook. And now that I'm actually working around this environment, I'm seeing what a solid state transformer is and what it does. And now if I go back to school and I'm going to be learning more and more about aspects of electrical engineering, I have that background in my head already. I've seen what these things do. I've seen how they work in the real world.
Students like Allan, students that haven't quite been embroiled in the industry. So the REU program gives them exposure and gives them allows them to gain interest in actually doing research and actually sort of taking where their perceptions of this field were and pushes it a little bit further and pushes them to understand that they have the capability to do this kind of stuff.
I think I have one of the best mentors around here in terms of friendly wise, and giving me the information that I need and not just leaving me hanging as an REU. Because what tends to happen, or what I was told tends to happen as REUs, is you get a mentor and everyone is so busy doing their project, they kind of forget that you're supposed to mentor an REU. Well, Dr. Pritchard has been kind of opposite. We've developed a very more personal relationship because, like I said, we found out a lot about each other. We're very similar in our childhood in terms, like, he told me he used to skateboard, I used to skateboard. We both used to get in a lot of trouble when we were younger, and he's kind of turned his life around. He's kind of like a model example of where I should be in a few years, coming from where I'm coming from. I come from Kenya, a small country on the east coast of the African continent. I was a troubled child. I was always in trouble, in and out of trouble. Actually, I went to middle school and I got expelled in middle school in 7th grade. And being expelled from middle school at 7th grade was kind of like the turning point in my life, because it reached a peak with everything. Like, it reached a peak with my mom. Like, she was getting tired of being called in the office every other day because I did something stupid, and it reached a peak where she was just like, all right, we're not gonna do this anymore. Either you're gonna go to boot camp or juvenile correction facility, or you're gonna go back to Kenya and go to school, learn something, and get your stuff together. So that's how I actually ended up going back to Kenya for 5 years. I came here after high school, and then I applied to NC State, but I really wasn't sure what my major was going to be. I just applied to college just so I can be doing something now that I'm out of high school. And I got rejected from NC State and App. App was actually the first one to say no. And then NC State, I was a little more hopeful, but I got rejected by NC State. So after that, I just kind of decided to take a year off to figure out what I really want to do before I go into school. So I took a year off, and then I started at Wake Tech in fall 2010. And I'm in my second year now. So I joined the Pathways Mentoring Club at Wake Tech, which is a minority male mentoring program. And what they do is they have weekly meetings where they discuss challenges faced by minorities in today's society. And they also give you the platform to network with the various people around the Raleigh area here, in terms of jobs, scholarships, things of that nature. Just they do a good job of getting you in touch with the right people. And that's how my mentor at the program got me in touch with Dr. Grant here at NC State and Olga Davis, who are also running a similar mentoring program over here. And so he emailed me about this job working in a biomedical engineering lab. And being an electrical engineering major, I was like, I'm not very sure if I want to work in a biomedical engineering lab, but internship, it sounds like it would be pretty good on my resume. And being at FREEDM Systems Center, working with renewable energy, this just feels like where I want to be. If the fundamental part of engineering sparks your interest, then research is the perfect place for you. It looks very complicated, but if you think about it, this is where everything starts. It all starts with research. Somebody has an idea, you have to research it. And I think this is speaking of ideas, this is where ideas are born, in a research environment. So if you're a creative person and you think like, I wouldn't think like this is out of my league. I would look at this as a place to start, a research center as a place to start a basic foundation on your particular field in a research environment before you actually go in the actual work environment. A great quote I once read is that inspiration comes to those who can master the disinclination. Their tendency to be like, no, I'm not sure I can do that. So if you can just master that no, I'm not sure factor, you can achieve a lot of great things. You can't doubt yourself because you never really know what you can do until you try. Get over those thoughts of, I'm not sure if I can do this, or this is not really where I'm supposed to be. You really don't know where you're supposed to be until you're actually there.